morning, good evening, good afternoon, dead night for some of you. Welcome to the Racing Statistics YouTube channel, Twitch channel. Some of you are on Facebook Live, maybe just watching on Facebook. Wherever you are watching, thank you for being here. This is Crash. I'm coming to you live to bring you coverage for pre-practice 2 at Monaco. Again, this is the crown jewels of the two of the crown jewels of motorsports. That's being Monaco, Indianapolis 500, and of course Le Mans. Because two this weekend, and Le Mans coming up very shortly as well. So crazy, wild times of importance here in motorsports at the moment. Uh, we are at round 8 in Monaco for F1. Tires this weekend are C4, C5, C6. Yes, C6. We have got a newer compound that's softer than we used to. That debuted last week in Imola, and they weren't as productive as the C5s. Now, Monaco is a little different. Monaco is the shortest track that we have on the calendar, so the C6 are going to definitely and if they've actually shown up this weekend. Given the length of a lap that we have in Monaco, the C6 compounds are actually performing slightly better than the C5s. We'll see how that goes. We'll probably see, my prediction is probably see C6 during quali and C5 during C4 during the race. So we'll see. The other change this year is that they've actually added required a two-stop requirement. So you have to make not just one stop and two compounds, but you have to make two stops. Now, whether you use two or three compounds, it's up to the teams. But you're still required to use two compounds, but you have to make two stops as well. So that's opening up strategy questions. Do you go with softer compounds as opposed to harder compounds? Because last year, basically, what happened is we got the red flag early on in lap one. Everyone went to the C3 compound, which was the hard last year, and basically that was the race. So we're about 2 minutes to go before that green light turns on in the pit lane. Um, don't know if anyone's pulled out of the pits yet. We haven't shot of the pit lane just yet. Just looking at you guys. One thing that came out of FP1 that we need to talk about is that there was a red flag incident in FP1. And that's basically Charles Leclerc basically rammed into the back of Stroll, and that's totally on Stroll's fault. He basically pulled out. So there was a Mercedes in front of him, and he let them go by, and he pulled back into the lane behind them, not seeing that Charles Leclerc was behind, didn't know that Charles Leclerc was behind him, and basically Charles had no place to go but into the back end of Stroll. Stroll would be out for the rest of the session. Basically, where Charles took front wing damage, Stroll took a gearbox and a suspension, and that he was out for the rest of the session while they repaired his car. That brought out notice of the stewards took notice of that, and after the session, summoned both of the drivers to basically for that. Ultimately, it was determined that Stroll had infringed. Basically, he got in the way of Leclerc, so it was his fault. And then ultimately, bring up the document. I will read it out to you guys. Yeah, so ultimately that they decided to give Stroll's going to have a one grid position on the next race of the driver's. So one grid spot drop and one penalty point is the what was ended up given to Stroll. And we're about to go green light right now. And there is a line that has formed. We are starting with FP2 right now. So one of the Racing Bulls has come out, one of the Williams has come out. It's going to be a trickle of progression. as they come out of the pits. No, so part what happened, the issue, the big thing is that, and they've shown this on F1 TV, is that Stroll did get in the way of Leclerc. And one of the factoring decisions is that Stroll was looking one way and turning in another direction. And that was something that they brought into. Um, yeah, I mean, basically, car 18 Stroll, the driver 16 Leclerc, team representative, blah, 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 positioning systems. Basically, Stroll cut across the path of Leclerc, turn 6, causing 6 to collide with him. Stroll stated that although the team warned of the car, 16 did not hear the radio message that led to the incident. We considered that 18 was to blame for the collision. 16 was not in position to avoid the collision that took place. So it really is, it's Stroll's fault, straight up. Um, no, I mean, Stroll had got out of the way of Antonelli and then went back into position, not seeing Leclerc. That's his fault. We have a poll right now. We've got lovely 666 votes. Right now, with the number of the Beast votes, we've got Isaac at 52 and Sonoda at 48. So I think a lot of you think that Isaac going to qualify higher than Sonoda. So we'll see who is right tomorrow. Poll right now. And then we have people we're getting out. I mean, right now, Lawson's the first one to get around the track. Albin is that Williams that came out second. Bierman, Ocon are the ones next, starting their laps. They're going to have to do so with traffic, though. So far, the only ones who are still in the pits are Isaac, Stroll, and Russell. We're seeing a mix of mediums, hards, and softs. Um, Mostly mediums, but three on the hards. That would be Leclerc, Hulkenberg, Bordello, and then Behrman and Sainz are on softs. And they're all new tires. No one is on a used tire. Stroll is out, pit out. Russell pit out. So we're just waiting for Isaac to do a pit out. It may be delayed because of so much traffic. So Isaac is the only one who has not left the pits as of yet. So we've got 19 of 20 drivers out. And we're setting our first lap times. Lawson did a 1:16, which is eh, not a great lap. It could be a secondary warm up lap. And Behrman just did a 1:22, which could be a secondary warm up lap. Hamilton just did 1:14.9. So we could be seeing teams going for a second warm up lap before going something faster, or they could be on a completely different strategy altogether. Clerk back to the top of the board. He's on a hard tire though. So we'll see if that holds. They were much faster in FP1, so. Royal over in Twitch chat. Itch996 before I arrived predicted 2 red flags this race. Well, hopefully not Monaco, the race on Sunday. That would be bad. Again, we had one last year, and that basically, you know, determined how the race went. Lawson going to the top of the board with 114.237. That's 2/3 faster than Leclerc. Behrman goes P2. He's a half a second behind Lawson. Albin just went P1, a 113.961. He's 3/10, just shy of 3/10 of faster than Lawson. Norris going top of the board now, 113.250. That's 7/10 faster than Albin. Oscar going faster by almost 2/10. Oscar fastest second sector, Norris fastest third sector. Right now, Verstappen on his lap right now, fastest first sector. Science has gone sixth, 1 second half behind Oscar. Um, Max is coming around, turn 18 now. Hulkenberg just went P5. He's 1.8 off the pace. Max comes to the line. He goes to the top of the board, 112.9. He's 1.46, 146 thousandths faster than Oscar, who's P2. 328 thousandths faster than Norris, and then we've got Alonso going zero point 0.7 off the pace. Tsunoda 0.62 off the pace, P4. So Tsunoda P4, Alonso P5 now. Albon is P6, and he's over a second off of Max's time. Why are you so behind the telemetry? I'm following the telemetry that on what I'm seeing on the YouTube in front of me, and so that's going to be slightly delayed from when you. Yeah, it's slightly. That's already slightly delayed. So, if I was watching, F1 TV, I might be faster. Might be, and we have a yellow. Oh, that's not good. That's a red flag. That is. What the heck just happened here? And that is Isaac. Isaac's lost one of his wheels. He's lost his left rear. How do we have a picture of it happening? And then he comes to the tunnel. He comes around, literally comes out of the tunnel. It looks like he's lost. Comes out of the tunnel and hits the wall. Red flag because there's definitely debris on the track. He's lost his wheel. Is he gonna be able to get back to? Yep, yep. We can see there is. Yeah, he's stopping on track. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, he is so mad that's happened. So already, was it a crash? He hit the wall, and he hit the not the well. At this point, he was past the wall. He was by the at the end of the wall. There is that it's a traffic barrier that he hit basically, and he touched that, and his wheel came right off. He is still moving. He's able to get back. Looks like he's gonna be able to get back to the pits. He's tracking his speed at 39 miles, 39 kilometers per hour. Now we're going through. Comes out of the tunnel. Comes to. Oh, oh, oh. He comes out of the tunnel and comes to the chicane, and he just his back tire hits the barrier. It comes right off, and they've got a picture of the marshals at that post. You got another shot of him coming around. I think the wheel's off at this point already. Yeah, this is like really weird. The whole the rubber of the tire has come off the rim, and he's managed to get back to the garage. So that he should be able to take part in this present. He able to get back. He should be able to get back if there's no major damage. Um, He'll get back. So we're now at yellow flag. This is so that they can clear the track of any debris because the marshals have to go. Yeah, the marshals have to go out. All right, so they just had Ruth Bushcombe walk over to the Racing Bulls pits, and she basically said that it probably isn't a major issue because the engineers are basically on both sides of the garages. If it was bigger, you'd see all those engineers be a wall in front of Isaac's um, garage. So I suspect that he probably will come back out this session after they check to make sure nothing else is damaged. So yeah, streak of red flags already too. Will I get a streak of 3 with FP3 tomorrow? Well, that will be come tomorrow and find out. I am your harbinger of red flag, and this has been your red flag moment. We're here on the Race Statistics channel. How many yellow flags in 12 minutes? One more to go. Oh, one more. No, not one more to go. My streak is my best streak has been 6 sessions. People asking, who do you think I will win? Um, they were playing how Isaac lost his tire. Um, who do I think will win? Oh, there's something. Oh, there we go. They got a great shot of what happened. I mean, basically, he hit that metal piece at the end of the wall, and it literally pushes the rubber of the tire off the rim and inwards off the rim. Yeah, pretty crazy. I'm gonna say Charles might go for a double with Monaco. It really whoever's gonna take pole is most likely going to win. With now having said that, and we have now gone green, and Hulkenberg is now on track. So here comes Bortoletto. So we're now. Sorry, I just saw the mascot for the Monaco soccer team. And it's crazy. Is the Ferrari delusion crazy? Yeah, it is. I mean, I have no other. I mean, just picking someone in the um picking in the dark right now. I mean, Leclerc looked good in FP1. He's looking good right now in FP3 so far. I mean FP2 so far. Um, it is a scenario of something was Max was saying something about the tear offs having an issue. I'm not sure. But ultimately, again, why was a yellow flag? It was actually a red flag because it was a red flag that resolved down to a yellow. Because so the red flag was because Isaac basically um, lost his wheel. It came off the rim. And then the yellow flag was because Isaac got back to the pits. It was a yellow flag because the marshals were on the course cleaning up what was the bits from the tire, and then ultimately it's now cleared and we're back on to racing again. Max is looking good. Yeah, Max is looking good. I basically picked. I'm picking. I basically picked someone in the dark, basically, Joel. Um, like right now, I picked Charles Leclerc. Delusion, yes, probably. Um, I blame Matt Gallagher for watching him too much. But ultimately, it's actually not that. He won last year. He's looking good right now. Is Max in contention? Yes. So is Oscar. So is Norris. Um, Hamilton could be in contention. I mean, literally. And I mean, and we could see a magic lap from Antonelli. Um, maybe Isaac if he gets back on track soon. I think the only one who's not on track right now, obviously, Isaac and his teammate Lawson. So we got 19 of 20 drivers on track right now. P1 cause is great, but you're on Tommy's side. I'm usually on Tommy's side. Um, except when Matt went on a run of picking biggest flops, and Alonso goes a P4, fastest second sector, but not didn't improve in his third sector. Stroll up to P13. Yeah, I think whoever's going to take pole or P2 is our likely winner of the race. Um, Oscar going P1 at the top of the board. It's a 112, 548. So it's 3.374. Hamilton comes in P2 now, just under 2/10. Gasly P3, 239. Here's Gasly P3 right now. Yeah, it's one of those. Whoever puts together that magic lap tomorrow is going to take pole. There, that is such an advantage to winning the race. The way that you lose the race off a pole this Sunday is going to be in the pits. Go for four. Come on, Charles, break that wing, please. Uh, yeah, Charles is weird. He breaks a piece of the car and goes faster. Clerk is on a flying lap right now. Antonelli just went P2, 112.587. He's 39 thousandths behind Oscar right now. Clerk putting together fastest first and second sector right now. He's on his way for a purple lap. Albon just went eighth, point 0.6 off the pace. That'd be the gap, I would say. Here comes Charles. It's purple lap, total purple lap. He does a 112.1. You have yellow flag. Oscar's in the wall. Oscar bins it. Uh, is he moving? So Oscar bins it at turn one, doesn't make, and he gets. So he bins it into the wall. We have another red flag. It Oscar has lost his front wing. So the issue that we're dealing right now is that we have a red flag because there's debris on track, and they have to reset one of the barriers. So Oscar's going to come around. Oscar is moving. He managed to back off from the wall. Um, oh, that Oscar getting it. That's interesting. Let's listen to the radio. Oh, so Oscar starts his lap. So you look at a replay right now, and what, what, what? Uh, so Oscar, yeah. So all right. So the issue is that Oscar locked up. Excuse me. So So the issue is that Oscar went straight, locked up at turn one, went right into the barrier, straight into the barriers, and lost his front wing. Um, he backed up. Yeah, the whole wing section is gone. He just has a nose cone only left. They're going to replace the nose cone. They'll probably bring it in the garage and check it for a bit longer. They have to go back and reset he went into the Tech Pro barriers. So this is unlike, so they're easy to set back up. Apologies. Trying to put to words to what I just saw. Um, yes. So what's weird is Oscar went into the barrier instead of going off into the pull off section there. And we had seen Charles go in there. We've seen a couple other people make go pull, go into that runoff area, as opposed to what Oscar just did and just go right and bottle it right into the barrier. We're back to a yellow flag. We're now dealing with repairing, getting that front wing that came off the car, uh, any other debris off the track, and then setting back up the check load. And we just won green again. So now about a minute or two away from going back on track. So two red flags in FP2 already. One in FP the wing. Marshals have the wing off the track already. It's on up on a stand for the marshals. No, yellow flag means that we're putting the track back in order. We've now gone green. Now we're just waiting for a green light at the end of pit lane to restart the session, and people are starting to line up already on pit lane. Max was complaining about impeding. Session will start at 17:24. That is within a minute now. Should be within about 30 seconds. Another red flag session with Grash. I am your harbinger of red flags. I am the harbinger of red flags because they come out during practice, and that's what I've usually basically been doing. When was the last time you can remember Max had a crash that was his fault? His fault. It was end of last season with Oscar. There was a there was a there was a he had a crash with Oscar, not Oscar, with Norris. That was his fault. Uh, Norris was in there as well, but yeah, it was end of last year. There was an incident with Norris. After that, oh man, I think the next one would be him, and I think where and I don't remember all the details, but I think it was him and Hamilton in 2001. I mean 21. Um, that's the last time I can think of Max in an accident of that nature. So yeah, there's always a question with that with Hamilton back in 21, because they were fighting back and forth. I don't remember if it was his fault or Hamilton's fault or a combination of both. But ultimately, I mean, those are the two last major crashes with Max. I think the only other incident I can think of with Max in his car was there was a DNF because his engine blew. So is track evolution going super fast? No, we're not going to see track evolution. Um, there may be a little bit of track evolution, but it won't be as pronounced as in other tracks. One because the weather's been really good, so but also we've got F2, F3, and the Porsche Cup running this weekend. So we've got several already on Thursday. Each of those series had a practice. Already we've had F2 and F3 qualify happen already. After this session, the Porsche Cup will have their qualifying session. So track evolution is not going to be as much of a play. Also, this track is much slower, so it's not that. That's the other factor. Monaco is like literally the slowest track on the F1 grid. It's because how the track is laid out. Did I really hit something, or is it squirrely about something? Imagine Italy getting his first ever pole position in Monaco. That would be crazy. That would be crazy as a rookie. Um, but we've seen crazier things over in Indianapolis. So there's a red flag a red flag infringement with Behrman. What? Yeah, F1 TV doesn't know what. There's like bunch of different things they just listed off what it could have been. They don't know. Alonso going to top of the board, 112.087 on a soft tire. That's only 16 thousandths faster than Leclerc on a hard tire. So say that. When- But those who know Schwartzman, the F2, he was previously an F2 driver and a reserve driver. He has moved over to IndyCar with Prema. This is Prema's first year. Hamilton just did a 112.025. Fastest sector, did not improve in time in third sector. Third sector, good sector three, but not an improvement. Norris has an improvement in sector three, improved sector two. He goes P5. He's 0.369 behind Hamilton's time. I mean, Hamilton could take pole. I mean, Alonso just showed that he could. He's within contention of pole. Leclerc is in the 10th. Max, we know, can make magic laps. We know Russell could make a magic lap. He's P4. Bierman right now P6. He's only 4/10 off the pace right now. Oscar's capable of making that magic lap. I mean, it's who makes the magic lap takes pole. Uh, Incident involving Bierman, red flag. Probably because he. Are they going to be complaining about the fact that he went back to the pits after losing his wing? We'll see about that. Oh no, that's Bierman. I also has Oscar for a moment. Don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know why. Don't know why Bierman is being investigated under the red flags, and F1 TV doesn't know either. They're like, we didn't see it. We don't know what happened. Could be all of these different things. So it goes P9. Joel asking me, did you hear about the Penske controversy in IndyCar? Yes. And I don't think I have enough time to talk about it now and cover FP2 at the same time, but it's massive. The short of the issue is that Penske, for the second time in 13 months, has been caught cheating. Hulkenberg goes P4, 112.262, 2.37 off as the gap. Norris is coming on pit out. Oscar's already back out on track, so not he went right in the wall, lost his wing, and that's pretty much it. He's back out on track. Isaac's back out on track. So the only one who's not on track right now is Lawson. So there's a safety part on the Indy car called the attenuator, and basically, if the car goes backwards, its design of it is to basically be absorb the blow of the crash, and that can't be modified. Verstappen goes P11. One does a 112.612. 7.8 is the gap. Oh, Charles, there was like paper on the track, and that got caught in his wing. Interesting. Looking at Esteban. I think he's looking at Max yelling about what he's doing. He's either Max and Yuki acting erratically. And that is Ollie Behrman rushing the wall. Was it Behrman? Oh, no, it's Ocon? I'm not sure which one. Leclerc right now starting a purple lap. Keep an eye on where he is. Science just finished his lap. He goes P4, 112.151. It's a 261 gap. Purple first and second sector for Leclerc. He's on a soft tire. He's on track already for a total purple lap. He's on track. He's improving his time. He's got the fastest. He's got the fastest first subsector. He doesn't improve he improves in sector 3, but not the fastest sector 3. But he goes top of the board. My God, and Alonso's P2 is basically 0.476 behind. Alonso coming out on used softs. Hamilton is P3, 0.611. Yeah, again, people are like the delusion. Clerk might win this. Well, Clerk is top of the board. It's Hamilton behind. Who's Hamilton behind? I think he's behind Isaac. Yeah, Hamilton's behind Isaac. Why are they going slow? Are they lining up to go? Yeah, I think they're giving each other's room to do their lap. Lawson coming across the line. He does a 112.674. I don't think he moves up. I think Verstappen's still ahead of him. Yeah, Red Bull not looking good. You got Verstappen 14, Lawson 15, Tsunoda 16, and Isaac 19th right now. Red, Red Bull family not looking that great. Alonso's P2, Stroll is 18th. That's a weird top to bottom sandwich going on. Sainz is 4th and Albon's 11th. Albon just jumped to P3, so it's P3 and P5 now. In terms of Behrman, he improves in Sector 1, but not in Sector 2. He is pushing it. I think he's behind. Oh, no, he's behind Antonelli. No, it's not Antonelli. That Behrman was behind Stroll. Stroll is now on a flying lap. Hulkenberg is in the pit right now. He's the only one in the pits. So we've got 19 of 20 drivers, even after having 2 red flags. Norris jumping to P2 with a 111.837. He's 0.482. So a huge jump. Leclerc right now making a huge jump of everyone else. Max jumping up to P7 on a soft tire. 0.796 is the gap. He did improve all of his sectors, but no sectors were purple. We've got 23 and a half minutes to go in this session. Again, you're listening to the Race Statistics channels. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, if you can follow us, that will help us greatly. You just stay with us. You'll get notifications. We're live. For those on YouTube, you can if you follow, subscribe, and hit the bell, you'll get notifications when we go live. Replay of Ollie Behrman nearly brushing the wall. Following on with Oscar right now as he goes to the swimming pool section. Oscar has two cars he has to pass at the end of that section. Oscar's going to come across that. He does a 112.211. Brings up to 8th right now. So notice P10 right now with a 112.272. Lawson does a 112.370. I mean, there's like, we get to, when we start getting from, after we take Leclerc out of the picture, we're getting like 10th difference between each of the drivers going down from P2 through literally through P17. Hamilton goes P3, 111.847. The gap is 4.86. Norris P2 is 0.482 off of, so a difference of 4,000 between Norris and Hamilton right now. Norris doesn't improve in Sector 1, but he does improve Sector 2. Fastest Sector 2 time. But it's inconsistent. There are subsectors that he's not really that fast, and some that are. See how this lap goes. He does improve in Sector 3. Proves his time, but not his position. He's still P2, 111.667. So he's now 327 thousandths, 0.322 behind Leclerc. Verstappen moves up to P6. He does a 112.068 at 7.13 behind, so it's over 7/10. Yeah, Alonso's cooking. Well, he's not cooking right now, but he has cooked. Good lap. Hamilton's put in a decent lap. Norris put in a decent lap. I mean, Leclerc right now putting in the best laps right now. Interesting that Leclerc only improves in 2 of the subsectors and still gets a best sector 1 time. Yeah, the later on, one of the things that we're doing with our website is that we're doing later on, the boss gets makes a chart about their best lap versus their ideal lap, and we're going to see a lot of gaps between what the difference between their ideal lap and their best lap is going to be interesting to see after this session. Clark does not improve in sector 2. There's only 2 sectors that he improved. Again, only 2 sectors that he improved in sector 3 as well. So his difference is 11 thousandths. Yeah, the lap is 111.366, and his best lap was 111.355. So again, 0.011 difference between his best lap and that last lap, and he's got the improved sector 1. Albon pit, Verstappen at pit, Sainz pit, Brandon at pit, Hulkenberg at pits right now. Sono improved on his time. Russell improved is now currently P7. Russell P8. Borrello's P11, and Stroll just went to P17. Stroll did a 112.512. Borrello's time was 112.234. Russell was a 112.092, and then Tsunoda did a 112.072. Antonelli just jumped up to P6. That was from 16th to 6th, and that was 112.002. Lawson, top P3, 111.823. 4.86, 0.68. How is that faster? He is like 0.68 versus 0.86. Okay, just reading things backwards. That is 18th. 0.018 difference between Lawson and Hamilton. Clerk is a pit. Again, we're under 18 minutes to go in this session, so we're seeing a lot of people pitting, and that should be expected at this point. They're going to pit and do some sort of change on the car, send it out for the next program. Yeah, Lawson P3 guys. Yeah, head of Verstappen, Sonoda, and his teammate Isaac. Hulkenberg going to pit out now. So right now, Ocon, Behrman, Sainz, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Albon, Antonelli, Alonso, and Leclerc are in the pits. Norris, Lawson, Hamilton, Russell, Oscar, Borelli, Hulkenberg, Isaac Gasly, and Colpino are in the pits. So the incident with Behrman will be investigated after the session. So tomorrow for FP3, we will have a decision document that I'll be able to cover with you guys. So we'll know what exactly was the issue with Behrman tomorrow. A lot more people pitting. Only Hamilton, Oscar, Borelli, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Stroll. So only 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on track. Hamilton just does finish this lap with a P2, 111.46. He is 105 thousandths behind Leclerc, who's top of the board. Fastest sector 3 for Hamilton, which is an 18.827 time. So again, the Ferrari boy is topping the board right now, P1, P2. I mean, this is ironically, it favors them because this is about driver skill, which they have in spades with both Hamilton and Leclerc. That's currently on a cool down. Stroll. Isaac right now on a flying lap. He's right now following Isaac right now as he takes the route on a flying lap. He's improved in sector 1, but not in sector 2. Comes the line, and it's over a second. He's 16th right now, 112.378. 15 minutes to go in this session right now. You're listening to the Race Statistics channel. This is Grash providing you live commentary. Doing my best. I've had a couple of moments where I've been speechless. Oscar gave that one of those when he went right into the wall. Ooh, Oscar bounced off the curbs. He was at the no chicane and he bounced off those curbs there. Didn't look like he lost time through there. Though he is faster second sector, 33.8 in that sector 2. He did improve in sector 1. He's right now 12th. They come to the line. And he goes P3. The 111.673. Fastest second sector. Did not improve sector 3. He is 0.318. So over 3 tenths behind Leclerc. Difference of four one thousandths, 0.004 between Oscar and Norris right now. Right now, we've got Lawson ahead of Verstappen, uh, Lawson fifth, Verstappen ninth. Got more people on track right now. Isaac, Sainz, Behrman, Albon, Hulkenberg, Oscar, Verstappen, and I think Stroll are on track. Yep, it's Stroll. Looking right now, if anyone's cooking. No, Ocon is an outlap. The Williams are coming back on track right now, so Sainz is on an outlap right now. Max is on an outlap. Hulkenberg on a cool down lap. Stroll, cool down lap. Isaac is the only one right now cooking at the moment. Coming through the chicane. He's in the back section. He's improved in both Sector 1 and Sector 2 so far. Max starting a new lap. He just passed Gasly on track. He's going fast. And Isaac goes to P6. He is 19 thousandths behind his teammate. So it's a 0.468 gap versus a 0.487 gap. Lap time was a 1:11.842. So we've got an interesting board right now. We've got Ferrari 1 2, McLaren 3 4, and the Racing Bulls are 3 5. Alonso is 7th, Albon is 8th, Antonelli 9th. We've got Max and Sonoda 10th, 11th. Oscar just jumped up to P2. So we've got Ferrari, McLaren, then the Racing Bulls. Oscar's time was a 1:11.393, and he's 0.38 off of Leclerc's time. He had the fastest second sector on that lap. Yeah, right now VCarb is ahead of Red Bull. And that is, we have a yellow flag. Why? 10 minutes to go, 10:45 seconds to go in this section. We have yellow flag. Looks like one of the Racing Bulls is an issue at the moment. I think Isaac may have hit the wall. So yeah, it looks like Isaac has hit the wall again. Car's still moving. We haven't had a replay of what he did. I think they're trying to figure out what Isaac catches a pub. This is not Silverstone. The roulette wheel, maybe, or the blackjack table. The yeah, they're gonna bring him back into the garage. Yeah, we've gone green. I don't know. There we go. We're finally getting the replay. And he brushes. Yeah, he comes around turn one, and he brushes the wall. And what did he hit? Oh, he so so Isaac goes into the wall. He hits it and he gets a strip of the banner. So it's like the F-175 banner that's at that turn. He gets a strip of it, and you look at it, and it's just like this like streamer of that banner caught on his car. He eventually loses it, comes off the wheel, but it's a moment. Oh my God, it's I've had moments in this session that I have not believed. Um, yeah, Isaac twice this session. Oscar. We're lucky that that was not a red flag moment. So they're going to take a look at that car. I mean, he's trying to push the car as fast as he can. I mean, he's P6 and for a rookie. I mean, the fact that the racing bulls are 5 and 6 and the times that they put in, that's crazy already. So he'll be done for the session, obviously. Um, but yeah, talk about being a pinball off on this track. And uh, that's Max. Is he spun out? Okay. So Max is he's spun out. He's okay. Yeah, so Max basically spun out on track. We haven't gotten a replay of that. That's why the yellow flag. Yeah, what happened to Max? We will see in a few moments when they give a replay. But he's back on track, moving forward. Here's the replay, and he comes around, and I think that was around turn 5 where this happens, and he just doesn't make the turn and spins in a weird way. Has to reverse, takes a moment to do so, and then gets back on going on track. No, he's not even in the wall. Yeah, he just didn't take the turn right. Went into the runoff area oddly and had to reverse back onto track. So that's why the yellow flag came out. So 6 minutes ago in this session, will someone stop it with a red flag? Could be. Again, this is the most representative of what we'll see tomorrow during quali in the race. So people are pushing right now. They're trying their best. Again, right now we got Clerk top of the board again with a 111.355. Oscar does second with a point 38 thousandths behind 105 thousandths, I should say, not seconds. So 38 thousandths, so 0.038, 0.105 for Hamilton. Norris is 322, so a third of a second to P1 to P4 already. Lawson and Isaac are at 468, 487, respectively. Lonzo is over a half a second, 535. Albin is 560 Anthony's 647. That can't be right. Yeah, that's 647. Verstappen is 713 behind the gap. Again, 4 thousandths of a difference between Yuki and Max. 717. Russell's at 317. No one's really cooking right now. No one's on a fast lap as of yet. Yuki Tsunoda yellow flag infringement, and that will be investigated after the session. So we will get a decision document on that tomorrow when we come to FP3. Looking right now what you guys saying in chat. Let's see. Who are we following along right now? So this Hamilton? Yeah, this is Hamilton. We're following along. Hamilton starting a lap. Looking right now, no one is really the board is not changing at the moment. We've got 3 minutes, just over shy of 3 minutes to go. Hello, Ash. I am trying to keep up with stuff. We are under 3 minutes to go in this session. Doesn't look like anyone's trying to do a quality lap at this point. We might be seeing. Yeah, they might be seeing race runs at the moment because I don't see anyone improving on the board. The only one in the pit right now is Isaac. Again, that's obvious because he hit the wall. Ping pong. Isaac, our ping pong ball. What was the red flag from before? We've had two. Isaac hit end cap barrier and lost his wheel. Basically, the wheel got shoved into the rim, and then Oscar decides to bottle it into the wall and loses his front wing. He gets a nose cone change, and he's back. He's now P2 on the board. Isaac went P6 before having another instance of becoming a ping pong ball. Not a ping pong, pinball ball on track again. Why is Verstappen colored in white and Lawson colored in dark blue? I have no clue. That's something that's been set up in. That's something that's been set up in. Ooh. Is that Borlo or is that Hulkenberg? But one of the stakes basically hit one of those barriers, but like not hard, just tapped it. Vince not causing a problem. He's. I saw him rooting for Oscar. Yeah, he didn't do anything, guys. Let's move on. Let him cheer. Any Stroll incidents? No, not this session. Again, Stroll again in FP1 moved in front of Leclerc, and Leclerc rammed the back of his car. That was his fault. He was looking one way and drove the other way. Stroll is going to take a one grid place drop in the next race, and has been given a penalty point for that. And we are coming to the end of the session right now. No one is basically pushing on the board. Everyone's on track except for Isaac, again, as I said before. So they'll be taking practice starts from the start lane. I didn't see him saying that you guys should stop supporting Max. Come on, guys. A little hate on Max isn't warranted. Come on. You guys are so in the. I mean, you're all in there for Max so hard. I mean, come on. It's okay to have someone not like Max, because when Max wins, you guys can all take pride in that you were right. So come on, relax. All right, we've come to the end of FP2. Time's up. I'm going to take off for today. If you guys are looking for something really stupid to watch, at Indianapolis, they're going to race. They've brought 6 of the Oscar Mayer Wiener vehicles. and they're going to race them at Indianapolis, and that's going to be on Facebook and YouTube, maybe probably on Twitch as well. So yeah, that will be on the the IndyCar on Fox channel on YouTube and on the channel Facebook channel as well. So if you're looking for something funny to watch, that will be on in about an hour. Uh, yeah, I will again. I will see you all tomorrow for FP3. Again, there will be some decision documents that will be. We've got again at least two or three different decision documents that we'll have to go over before FP3. So, anyways, for Racing Six, this has been Grash. I will take care. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone. Have fun. Take care.